Hello students, today we are going to start chapter 3, Role of the Parliament. The topic which we are going to discuss today is the functions of the Parliament. First function is to select the national government. It is the duty or it is the function of the Parliament to select the national or the union government. After the Lok Sabha elections are over, the Election Commission of India prepares a list of the MPs that belong to different political parties. So there are 543 elected members to the Lok Sabha. 543 are the elected members to the Lok Sabha. A political party which has more than half of the total members. If any political party who is having more than half of the total members, approx 272 of MPs, they are in majority, they form the government. So the leader of the majority party is invited by the president to form the government. So the leader of the majority party becomes the prime minister, he or she becomes the prime minister, and the prime minister is appointed by the president. From among the party MPs, the list of the prominent and experienced MPs that are to be included in the Council of Ministers are to be submitted. On the advice of the Prime Minister, President, the ministers are appointed by the President. Okay. So a list of the MPs are being prepared among that political party only that are to be included in the Council of Ministers. Okay. They see the experience, the prominent ministers which can run the government. Okay. On the advice of the Prime Minister, the Council of Ministers are appointed by the President. The Council of Ministers, the head is the President only of the Council of Ministers because they are the executive organ of the government. The ministers are allotted different areas of the government such as Health Minister, Finance Minister, Defense Minister, Education Minister. So their administration head, they are the administrative heads of the various departments at the national level. I'm talking about national level here. So they are the administrative heads of the national level here, of the national level of the various departments. So they are administrative head of the various departments at the national level. So as we have read earlier also, the main work of the executive is to implement the laws which are made by the parliament. So whatever laws are being made by the parliament is being implemented by the executives only. The leader of the majority party in the Lok Sabha is called the leader of the Lok Sabha also. So the leader of the majority party of the Lok Sabha is the leader also of the Lok Sabha. Apart from ruling party, there is an opposition party. Okay, the opposition party is that party which oppose the government, which is not in the favor of the current government. Like currently, BJP is in the power, Modi ji is in the power, that is the BJP government in the central. I'm talking about national level. So opposition party is Congress. Congress, Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi party, that is the opposition party that oppose the government. The leader of the largest opposition party is called the leader of the opposition. So as being practiced, if I talk about single political party, if any single political party cannot get the majority, so what happened? Coalition government is formed. Such government is called coalition government. When two parties, nobody got the majority, when two parties, they join hand together, they do an alliance, then that government is called coalition government. A coalition government works on the basis of common minimum program. Okay. The coalition government will support the government from outside. The members may not prefer to join the Council of Ministers, that is their wish. Okay. So if any party not gets the majority, they join hands together, okay, other like minds party, and they form the majority together, that forms the coalition government. So they are having common minimum program, okay, they support the government from outside. It is their wish that they want to be included in the Council of Ministers or not. Now the Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha main function is they are the representatives of the states in the parliament. Okay, Rajya Sabha function primarily as the representative of the states in the parliament. Rajya Sabha is also known as the upper house of the parliament. Members are elected out of the state assemblies. Okay, its members are elected by the elected members of the state assemblies. So to become a law, okay, if any law is to become, so a bill will be passed by the Lok Sabha as well as the Rajya Sabha. A bill will be passed by the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. The Rajya Sabha is having the power that they can change the provisions in the bill. If they are not satisfied with the bill, they want to change something in the bill, they can change it. Okay. However, the power regarding the money bill is limited of the Rajya Sabha. So bill becomes a law when both the houses approves it. The president is an integral part. No bill can become a law until and unless it is being approved by the president. No bill will become a law until and unless it is approved by the president. Second point is to control, guide and inform the government. In this session, Parliament begins with a question R. What is in the question R? Because an MP can raise a question from any minister who is in power, informing the working of the government. How is their government working? The question may be related to their constituencies, their general functioning. Ministers of different government departments can ask them questions about their respective departments, that what your department is doing in this matter. So by asking questions, the government is reminded of their shortcomings, okay, their drawbacks. And it is keep them on their toes that they should work for the betterment of the country. So the government also comes to know the opinions of the ministers, the concern of the people through the people's representative. It is very important for every MP to ask questions. The opposition party mainly highlights the drawbacks of the current government, that you have made this policy, you have made this programs, it is not being implemented properly, it has not reached to the people of the country. So the opposition party mainly tells the drawbacks of the current government. The questions are generally written down, given to the Secretary General of the House. The minister takes some time to get the desired information from the department. So a member who desires an oral question, answer is required to mark it with a star. Okay, two types of question I tell you na. Starred questions are there and unstarred questions are there. A member who desires to ask a oral question, means oral answer to a question, is to be marked with a star. Such questions are called starred questions, which are to be answered orally. And which are in the written form, the written answers are called unstarred questions. The questions which are answered in a written form, that are your unstarred questions. They are the other ways in which members can control over the government, that is calling attention notice or adjournment motion. Members can request the speaker to have a pointed discussion on a particular related issue. The most important motion is no confidence motion. The parties may move a motion in Lok Sabha that does not have confidence in the Council of Ministers. If in the Lok Sabha you are not having confidence on the Council of Ministers, this no confidence motion can be passed. If the majority in the House are against the motion, the Council of Ministers will be continued in power. So no confidence motion is a motion which can be passed only in Lok Sabha. It is related to the Council of Ministers. Okay. So if the majority of the members, they are against the motion that no, the government is working properly, we are satisfied with the government, then the Council of Ministers will remain in power. If the majority votes for the motion, if the majority of the people, they want that no confidence motion to be passed, the Council of Ministers has to resign from their post. Okay, so no confidence motion is very important. Okay, if no confidence motion, if the majority of the members in the Lok Sabha are against this motion, then Council of Ministers will remain in power. But if they are favor of in this motion, then all the Council of Ministers, they have to resign. In all matters which are dealing with finances, Parliament approval is necessary. If you want any finance department is there, Parliament approval is necessary. The financial power involves the grant of the resources to the government to implement the various policies and programs which are being set up or which are being implemented by the government. The parliament also ensures that government does not overspend the money which is being given by the parliament. So finance department is in the hands of the parliament. They sees that government should not overspend it. The government is spending on the right thing. This is to be discussed through the discussion on the budget, the annual financial statements. If the government of India proposes to introduce any new tax, it has to get approval of the parliament. If a new tax you want to introduce, then the approval of the parliament is needed. The members of the parliament has a very main role in controlling, guiding and informing the parliament. They are having the main role. So this is the main aspect of the functioning of an Indian democracy. Last point is law making. So they make laws for the entire country. It is the primary function of the parliament that they make laws for the country.